Is Glowforge dominating your social media feed and making you wonder if this is something that you need to add to your crafty life? If so, I'm going to share with you today 4 reasons that it might be the right solution for you and 3 reasons it might not. Hi, I'm Katie, and this is Things Katie Makes, where we talk about everything Glowforge related to help get you moving forward. What I hate to see is owners who say that their Glowforge is sitting idle in their craft room, or they haven't taken it out of the box, or they made one thing and got overwhelmed. So we're here to talk about those things and to help you get through them. A Glowforge might be right for you if you're coming from the world of die cutting. So if you use a Cricut or a Silhouette, let me know in the comments which one you are, Team Cricut or Team Silhouette, and you're comfortable in Design Space or Silhouette Studio, a lot of the things about a Glowforge will be familiar to you. The Glowforge user interface looks something like Design Space and has some similarities, so it won't seem totally foreign. So as you're learning to use this kind of intimidating machine, those things sort of just work. Additionally, Glowforge provides proof-grade materials. Proof-grade materials are materials that they have designed and tested, and they have all of the settings in the software ready to go so that it works every time. This allows you to focus on understanding what you like to make rather than worrying about settings and making sure that your cuts are going through or your engraves are perfect. These things make it really easy to get started right away making amazing things. This was one of the first things that attracted me to the Glowforge was it didn't seem that intimidating. It seemed like I can have a laser in my house that I can actually use, and I can learn and I can grow from there. The second reason a Glowforge might be right for you is if you're working with a small space. So if you're looking at a whole bunch of different lasers, one of the considerations that you'll need to have is what kind of space do you have available to you? Glowforge was really designed to be a machine that could be in your home. I have mine right behind me, you can see there, in an office setup. You've seen in the commercials someone using it in their kitchen, although I wouldn't recommend that because it's quite loud, so it might be a little distracting. But you really can set it up anywhere inside of your home. The only consideration that you need to have is how you're gonna vent it. So being near a window is ideal unless you're gonna use the Glowforge compact air filter. The Glowforge could really be anywhere in your home. If small space is important to you and being able to use this anywhere, then a Glowforge might be the right solution for you. The third reason a Glowforge might be the right laser solution for you is if you, 1, consider yourself a hobbyist, or 2, you're just not really sure what you want to make and you want to have the focus be on making rather than learning a laser. So like we talked about before, because of the plug and play nature, you can really try a variety of materials, a variety of skills, a variety of projects with your Glowforge. Also, the flexibility to have it in any space means it can be right next to your computer. So you can design something, make it, refine it, and it's all right there. So if you think that personalization, customization on the fly, things that are going to be more of a one-off type project are something that you're interested in, then a Glowforge might be the right solution because of all of those different aspects of flexibility. Additionally, the Glowforge premium design software allows you to do a whole bunch of things on the fly. So you go to Home Goods and you pick up an awesome cutting board that you don't want to figure out the exact dimensions of to create a design in Adobe Illustrator or Silhouette Studio. You just want to engrave it with something pretty. Well, you can put that right into your laser bed, get that picture from the top camera, and use those premium design tools to design something really quickly that will be beautiful. And especially with a one-off project, I find that the premium design tools are great for supporting those things. The last reason that a Glowforge might be the right solution for you is if you like the idea of a software that is continuously being updated. So the Glowforge user interface, or the Glowforge software, is a cloud-based software. So it needs Wi-Fi to run. So you need to make sure that you have a good Wi-Fi connection to use your Glowforge and to use the design software. But with that, the The Glowforge team is constantly updating the software and adding new features. Even just in the last couple of weeks, they've added an alignment tool so that you can align elements across your design. So you can center them or align them top or align them bottom. There's also premium features that allow you to do things like make a puzzle on the fly or make a stamp. And those are continuous updates that they're doing because of the cloud-based software. Many of the other lasers that you might consider use a design software independent from the software that communicates to the laser. So those are things that you'll need to learn in addition to just learning the laser. You'll need to learn whether that's Illustrator, Silhouette Studio, whatever that design program is that you use to then be able to communicate with the software that runs the laser. So I really enjoy having that cloud-based software that's constantly updating and giving me new available features. There are reasons that a Glowforge might not be the right laser for you. The number one reason I would say a Glowforge is not the right solution for you is if you know you need a rotary attachment. So if you know that engraving tumblers is a key part of your business or a key part of your hobby, then a Glowforge is not the right solution for you, as it doesn't have a rotary attachment and they don't have plans to add one due to the size of the machine. The tallest thing that you can put into a Glowforge is 2 inches and a rotary attachment wouldn't fit. Reason a Glowforge might not be right for you is if you are adding a laser to your business to increase efficiency and to add things to a high volume, making sort of the same projects over and over business, this might not be the right laser for you. You might want something that's more powerful, that engraves faster, and that is more industrial. If you know that already about your business, that might be something you want to look into. I know plenty of people who run high volume businesses on a Glowforge, and quite a few of them have added another to help with that production because they do like the consistency of the Glowforge. But I also know people who have a Glowforge that use it for their initial designs and to really make sure something works and that it sells, and then they move over to their more industrial laser to churn out the products over and over. So if that's something that you know already, that you have products that you want to make consistently and in high volumes, then you may want to look at a more high-powered industrial laser. And the last reason that a Glowforge might not be right for you, especially if it's the only laser that you're considering, is if you aren't willing to go through some trial and error to understand what works for the things that you're doing. When you move on from proof grade materials, you need to determine the settings for your cuts, your scores, and your engraves. Now, it's not complicated, but it does require time and attention, and you need to be patient with it, and you need to sacrifice some amount of material to do the test. If you're not willing to do that, and that sounds frustrating to you, then maybe a laser isn't quite right for you, and maybe it's not the time to get a Glowforge. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that you're willing to clean it properly and consistently. A dirty laser is an inconsistent laser, and there are a lot of different pieces and parts that need to be cleaned, and it can be intimidating. You're taking apart a heavy piece of machinery and you want to make sure you're not going to break anything. But if you're not willing to do that, again, maybe not the best time to invest in a Glowforge. If after all of this, you are so excited about getting a Glowforge and you're ready to go press that buy button, make sure you check out the link in my description below that will save you up to $500 off of your Glowforge. And then go check out the video that I'm showing here where I talk about all the different things that I was totally not prepared for when I got my Glowforge so that you can be better prepared than I was. And if you're still not sure if it's right for you, check out that video as well. It may shed some light on some things that are rumbling in the back of your head that you want to clarify before you take the plunge.